Good morning and welcome to the Peugeot 308 GTI. So I had a few reservations about this car when I initially got in here. Sorry, the radio's turned up, and of course I might as well be twisting a knob of death because nothing works. So why am I immediately going on about things not working? Because of that touchscreen. Now, you don't buy this car for a touchscreen, but let's look at the prerequisites for a hot hatch, okay? So hot hatch, number one, has to be an ordinary car, right? So the success of the Golf GTI, the success of the Peugeot 208 GTI, all of those cars, they're all successful because they were just ordinary cars that they slapped a big engine into, or in some cases a small engine into, and fired a lot of horsepower at it, and away you went. That's a GTI. That's the whole plan. So it starts out as a practical sort of 5-door hatchback, and that's the end of it. This is a practical 5-door hatch in size, but there's no tie downs or shopping bag hooks in the boot. Okay, so everything just slops around inside there. This touchscreen thing, get me started on that touchscreen. As many times I've said to everyone in Peugeot, the touchscreen, get the heating controls out of that and give me a simplified version of the radio and you've got a winner. But no, let's leave the heating controls in there. Sure, how often do you touch them is the answer. Well, you know what? Regularly is my answer to that one, and it doesn't matter about whether that's when I touch them or not, because to use any of the controls I have to look at the screen, which is immediately a safety concern, because if I'm looking at the screen I am not looking out the front of the car, which means that whatever happens out there, I don't know. My excuse, guard, I'm sorry, guard, that I crashed right into the front of your car. I was trying to change the heating controls. I'm sorry I crashed into the front of your car. I genuinely was looking for Midlands 103 on the dial and I couldn't find it. All that aside, so take a breath. The car is brilliant. The rest of the car is brilliant. The steering is fab. I don't really have a problem with the tiny steering wheel. It is a little bit small and a little bit too weighted back towards that top dead center. So when you're going into a corner, it tends to try and drag you back the other way. I thought it was a bit tame at first because in ordinary mode, which I'm in ordinary mode now, it's not really called a mode, not that much happens even when you put your foot down. But when you press this very innocuous sport button, everything lights up red, and then this happens. That's just gobsmacking. Out of nowhere, this thing turns into what feels like a race car. It spits, it bangs out the back, there's great actuator noise, there's some great power behind it. It really feels like it wants to go. And when you change any gear, look, fourth, third, it just feels anxious and ready and grippy, and traction control light flicks on and off, and it all feels very angry, angry in that sort of way that only Peugeots do. I was really impressed by the sport mode, or as I call it, the go faster mode. Traffic! I am actually on my morning commute, so I'm going up to the office, then I'm going off to Dublin. For some reason, people feel the need to turn right here, when you could turn, like the traffic is quite heavy here in the morning, when you could turn left here, go up to the roundabout and just do a circuit at the roundabout, come back down, half the time. Talk about an exciting morning commute! This thing is like excitement, pure excitement. Out of sport mode, it's very livable. So you could live with this car. You could get over, I'd say you'd probably eventually get used to the touchscreen thing, but it would drive me bananas, I have to say. I think I'm always of an opinion, if something annoys me now and I'm only in the car a few days, in 6 months I'm either going to loathe it, or I'll have gotten so used to it I'm just ignoring it now at this stage. But these things are sent to try us, and a lot of motor journalists will be of the opinion that you just ignore it and it's fine, and people get used to it after a while and they won't have to worry about it. But I'm not that way. I think warts and all is the best way of telling you guys exactly what I think. So but where are we then with the rest of the car? So as a package, this as a GTI is probably one of the most affordable and easy to use packages there is, because it just feels like a fairly standard 5-door hatchback for most of the week. Then you press that sport button and boom, the world is going backwards and everything's good again. You can just kind of, I want to do a little lap here, third. Now if she goes again, it's just this homicidal maniac mode, and it's very good, very good. If you enjoyed this review of the Peugeot 308 GTI, please give me a like, comment, subscribe, and until the next time, I will see you on the far side.